All right, traders. This is Blake. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. I want to welcome you all back. I hope everybody's having a great trading session and happy Wednesday to you. So we have there's a real there's a little there's a few things happening right now that are I just you guys are gonna laugh your ass off. Somebody remind me tomorrow. I just saw this just now. I have to show you guys this. I looked down at my phone, and apparently last night my buddy sent me a photo of me in high school. Do you guys want to see do you guys want to see a photo of me in high school? Seriously, I got to show this to you. It just was sent to me. Um, Hold on, it's so funny. Save. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. I'll have to email it to myself. You guys are gonna laugh your ass off. I just saw it just now. I didn't. Let's see. And I looked down at my phone because I was just getting a text, and I was just getting a text, and then I saw I saw this photo from yesterday. You guys are gonna die. It's so funny, so funny. Here it is. There. That's me right there. Yeah, those are Oakleys, by the way. That was 1989. That picture, 1989. Isn't that funny? That is hilarious. These just so you know, these are I actually just saw him at the Phoenix Open, just a whatever it was a couple months ago. And I was actually with all these guys at the Phoenix Open. He had bought the suite that we were in, and these are my best buddies that I joined the military with. Um, and yeah, that was me at the age of 17. So isn't that funny? That's some funny stuff right there. Funny stuff. Anyway, that's I just yeah. Somebody said Z Cavarici shorts. Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, sweet mullet. Chad said. Back then, that was the cool hairdo. I think. Benedict said, "Is that Menudo?" Pete asked, "Wow, did you dye your hair?" Actually, no. My hair gets really light in the Arizona sun, and I mean seriously, in the summertime, all we do is we just, you're out at the lake or swimming, and out in the sun, and it's funny stuff. Anyway, all right, enough of that. So what we got to do is that's some old school stuff, and believe me, I do not look like that anymore. Not nowadays. Let me grab a bias chart here, and let's get started. Okay, that was funny. That's funny. I just saw that. I didn't see it last night because, I was asleep when they texted me that, and so I hadn't looked at my phone until just a little while ago. All right, we have a lot to do. There are, in my opinion, some great opportunities that may develop today. One of them in particular is what I drew here yesterday is the euro dollar. We stopped at the 618. We are starting to rally. We're starting to climb here. I am looking for a move to 114.50. If we can get a move to 114.50, I am looking for a short. Now the question is, are we going to make it up there? It's questionable. It's questionable at this moment. But if we do, I'm going to be waiting. So let's assume that we have made a low. Okay, the 114.55 level is the 38% retracement. So as I drew yesterday, nothing's changed here. All I have to do is grab this blue line from yesterday and do this. That's what I'm looking for. All right, and now I did close out my dollar longs yesterday. I got long the US dollar, Swedish krona, the Norwegian krona. They didn't follow through. I shorted the euro dollar, made a few pips. That didn't follow through. I knew we were on the 618. I knew this is a really important support. I closed out everything when we were at 113.70 yesterday. All right, I am looking for a rally up here, and if we can get it, you know, I'm looking to short. So now here's the other thing. Let me ask you this. How many people are expecting a rally to 114.50? How many people are expecting this move? You know, up to here. Oh, where's my questions? Hold on. Okay. How many people are expecting a move up to 114.50? I would say everybody. Everybody. Everybody's expecting a move up to here. Everybody's expecting a rally in the euro dollar. And I'll tell you something. If everybody is expecting a move up here and everybody's looking at the same thing we are, I don't know if we're going to get it. I'm hoping we're going to get it, but I don't know if we're going to get it. So a move below 113.60 will be the, in my opinion, will be the death of the euro should we break through 113.60. Okay, I'm hoping that we get to 114.60 so I can short it. All right, we are in a range. Okay, I'm going to try to wait till we get there, obviously. All right, let's go to the cable. So the pound's under a little bit of pressure today. The manufacturing, it was the manufacturing production numbers that came out of the market, kind of, you know, put a damper on the cable overnight. The euro pound had rallied back. Yes, I'm still short the euro pound, so don't even ask. I know you're thinking it, but I, you know, looking for a rally up to here is going to be a little bit more difficult because, you know, we did have some weak manufacturing data. But if we can get a rally in the cable back up to one, you notice our numbers are going to be a lot the same from yesterday too. All I'm going to do is I'm going to redraw this stuff. So let me get that out of the way. I haven't been trading the pound a whole lot, like the pound dollar. I mean, yes, I'm in the euro pound, but I've been trading the pound dollar a whole lot. And but I'll tell you, if we can get up to that 50% retracement right there at 145.75, I will be looking to get on the short side. I just don't know if we're going to do it. All right. Okay, now support for the cable is obviously at 143.70, whatever the low is. $140. What the hell? The low. The low. What's the low rate? 143.74. So 143.75. 143.75. Now, let me stop for a second. Maybe I'm asking too much for the cable at this point. The 38% retracement comes in at 145.25. So perhaps, you know, a rally up to here would be a place to sell the pound if we can get to it. Because you got that spike high here. You got here. Where's this red line come from? It comes from somewhere. So let me figure it out. That's actually a big. That's a big resistance. You see it right there. That was support, resistance. Shoot. Okay, so that's right here, right? So maybe 145.25 might be more on 45.25. Maybe that's more of what we need to pay attention to. All right, I'll go with that. All right. Let's go take a look at the Swissy. Now the Swissy thing has been pretty strong, and see there's channel support that comes in right here. I don't know how important this is. I actually am going to remove it. Hold on. Let me double check something. Um, I mean, this thing's been resilient as all get out. You guys know that, and you can see it in the Euro Swiss. Look at how strong the Euro Swiss is. You know. Oh, wait. Huh. That's interesting. So I wonder if the Euro Swiss is done here, which would make sense. That makes sense that that it might turn the dollar Swiss a little lower in the near term. Question is, how far of a dip are we going to take in the dollar Swiss? Like, how far can we dip? Uh, you know, like a dip to like what seems logical to me would be maybe a dip down here to 97 cents. So we get a move that looks like this. You know, okay. So 97 cents will be support, and resistance is at 97.60. Okay, I'm just going to write this down for now. They're not great levels, but you know what? Forget that. Hold on. Actually, let me just add to that. 97.60, 98. That's key resistance. Okay. I don't know if we're even going to make it down here to 97 cents. I mean, the euro is going to have to get to 114.60 in order for this to happen. So if we get up to 114.60, I might be looking to buy the dollar Swiss down at 97 cents, basically is what I'm saying. All right, let's go over to the dollar yen. Okay, I need more coffee already. Okay, so here's the dollar yen. Paul made a great call yesterday. He doesn't think we're going to make it to 111. I now have my reservations too because we stopped at the 618. So that tells you how important this 109.50 is, right? Let's get rid of this. I don't need that for right now. Now, what may happen is a dip like this. I'm just assuming there's going to be dollar weakness, guys. That's you know that's my assumption right now, which doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I'm more or less hoping that we're going to get some dollar weakness. So that's 107.50. That's 109.50. All right. This is obviously really important because if we come plowing through this resistance here, it's going to take off again. We are out of our bearish trend. We're in a range now. Let's go on the Canadian. So the Canadian, I'm so hoping the dollar Canadian sees some weakness here. I mean, if there isn't a currency right now that I'm more interested in having a dip than the dollar Canadian. I can't express to you how much I want to be long the dollar Canadian coming out of this descending wedge. If you think that this move is over, we're not even close. Okay? When you come out of a descending wedge like this, my minimum expectation is a 38% retracement. That obviously doesn't mean that we're going to make it up there in one fell swoop. You know, it's been a week. We've rallied pretty far. So what I'm looking for now is I'm looking for a dip to 127.50 and then a rally to 132, 133. Okay? So what I'm hoping for right now is a dip to 127.50. Let's be a little bit more specific about this. What I'm looking for now is a dip to 127.50 to get long. Okay, so if you think about where we're at right now, let's imagine that we plow through this support through 127.80, stop traders out, and then 127.50 is where we bounce from. This is major support. So I'm hoping crude oil continues to bounce, pushes the dollar Canadian lower, and allows us for that pullback. Speaking of which, hold on. I want to look at one thing. I wish we were closer to 148 right now. I would short this. Okay, never mind. Okay, resistance. Where's resistance right now? Resistance is right here, 129.40. If you're bearish and you're shorting the dollar Canadian, which I personally think is silly. I know some of you are like, what? I think it's silly. This is oops, wait. Yeah, we're in a range now. I think this is such a powerful move out of here. You might be on the short side, but I'd rather just get on the long side down here. Okay, but if we break above that resistance, we might make a run for 130. All right, so 129.40 is resistance for right now. Okay, when I get back, we'll do the Kiwi, the Aussie, dollar index, all the other stuff. So don't go anywhere. I'll be back in just a few minutes. Me and my mullet. I'll be back. All right, traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the Morning Edge webinar. I want to welcome you all back. So the euro dollar. The euro dollar is showing a little bit of weakness. We're getting the euro. Come on, euro. Just keep going. Keep going. I just want it to go a little higher, please. Just like another 40 pips would be great. I'll even start shorting the euro dollar ahead of 114.50. That would be awesome. Just please. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to our analysis. We just looked at the Canadian. Let's go over to the Kiwi. So the Kiwi, yesterday, the financial stability report came out. The RBNZ financial stability report. We jacked higher all the way up to, I told you yesterday afternoon, I told you what I was going to do. I sold it at, I think my cost average was 67.98. If I'm not I'm not 100% sure, but what I had to do is I had to leave to go to my son's baseball, whatever. They're in playoffs this week, both of my kids. So I'm telling you that because my evenings are completely shot for the rest of the week. I'm so ready for baseball season to be over, but it's like there's playoffs and there's a playoff game like every night. So as soon as I'm done here, I have like basically an hour after the market, and then I'm done. I'm done until I go to bed, uh, and so I'm just whipped, tired, and it's going to be the rest of the week too. So anyway, when we spiked up to 68 and change, I shorted some euro, or I shorted some kiwi at like 80 something. I shorted it more at like 68.15. My cost average was like right around 68. When it dropped down to 68.85 or 82, I covered everything, and and um, you know uh, and I covered everything, and then I reshorted it again like late last night, uh, just right at 68. My cost average is at let me see it. My cost average is at 68.01. Okay, I'm basically short the kiwi right here. Okay, and if you're looking at the kiwi right now, I still think this is formidable resistance. The highs should be sticky. So I'm going to write down 68 and a quarter as resistance, 0.6825. Support, um, well, support's going to be the gap. Well, I guess support is going to be right here at 68, 67.80, but really, that gap is realistically going to get filled at some point. Um, but here, let's get rid of this. We don't need that. I don't even know what that's from now. I don't know what that is either, so let's remove that. Mm, 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 mm. I drew this yesterday, so I thought that was going to happen. Like I tell you guys, I pride myself on the fact that I tell you what I'm going to do before I do it. And yesterday I told you guys exactly what I was going to do: cover up my Kiwi short ahead of the RBNZ financial stability report. Look to sell it at 68 cents. I'm short now, right? Um, Plan is coming to fruition now. The question is, are we going to make it down here? I think we are. That's why I'm staying short. Um, but that means that this 67.15 is pretty key on the way down. 67.15. We are in a range. We turned bearish, right? Because we have this double top and it's still working. And we're below the channel support. Okay. Aussie. Somebody had mentioned that the Aussie dollar has this inverted head and shoulder pattern. This is very symmetrical right now. Okay, very symmetrical. I know everybody's looking at it, and because everybody's looking at it, I have my reservations about it completing. So that means resistance right now is basically 74 cents. I'm gonna, because if we can break 74 cents, that's going to take us back down to the breakdown point, right? So if I can just grab the stupid blue line, there we go. Okay, that's going to take us to the breakdown point. If we can actually okay. We're not there yet, and we have to break above 74 cents for me to even really be looking at it as such. Support right now is 73 cents, right? Remember, this has a longer term head and shoulder pattern. So if we do break 74 cents, it's just going to give us another look at the neckline. So, if we see some dollar weakness, we might do this and then reverse. Okay. So I'd be more interested in selling the Aussie up here than anything. That's what I would really be looking to do. Let's go over to the dollar index. This trend line is irrelevant, so let's get rid of it. I know we have the 200 period moving average. It actually, this 200 period moving average actually looks pretty sticky, doesn't it? I mean, if you look here, right here, here, here. I mean, for the 4 hour chart. I mean, that's a pretty significant resistance. I mean, I'm going to write down this 94.35. That's significant right now. What I'd rather see at the moment is I'd rather see this dollar index dip a little. Okay, so I'd rather see that. So 94.30, 94. Hold on. 94.35. 94.35, 94.35, and any dip to 93.30. Okay. Be support. Wow, look at the dollar. Look at the euro. It's pushing. Hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to take my hat off. Dollar's trying to push lower. Euro's trying to push higher. Let's go over to the peso. So I traded the peso on the long side yesterday. I bought it at, my average was 1802 yesterday. My average was 1802. I sold it at 1805. I made a little bit of money, but not very much. But notice how important that 97 or a 1797 level, 96 level that we wrote down yesterday was, and we actually hit it, which I have to tell you, that was a pretty good call on my part. I don't normally pat my back like that, but man, that was really, it worked out well. That's significant for today on dips. That is the 618 retracement. I don't know if we're going to be able to hold a second time around. Well, the euro's trying to spike, guys. Come on, euro, get up there. It was just up at 14. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, girlfriend. Get up there. Do it. Do it. We just spiked to highs. I'm wondering if How much are we going to get here? We're trying. We're trying like hell. Really are. I think that everybody's trying to sell it on its way up here. That's the problem. That's why I'm real skeptical that we're going to make it all the way up here. Really skeptical. That's all right. Sticking to our plan, guys. Sticking to our plan. Stick to our plan. Stick to our plan. Here's the peso. So we got support at 1796. Below that's going to be 1780. Resistance right now. Well, we're going to have to write well, it's 1820, 22, right? Man, I have a feeling this euro is just not going to do it. I have a feeling that this euro, they're just not going to be able to get it up there. They're going to try like hell, but they're not going to get it. All right, let's take a look at the Nordic currencies. There's too many people buying these dips on the dollar, and I'm one of them. So very, very deflating. I don't know if they're going to let it. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to exercise patience here. US dollar, Norwegian krona. What is this? 815, 825. Oh, they're doing it. Come on, euro. Get up there. Get up there. Here's the Swedish krona. That's 803. I don't even think we're going to get down there anymore. I think it's going to be like this. 8. $807, 808, 808, 818. Okay. Come on, euro, get up there. 808, 818. Okay. All right. Your bias chart's done. So there you go. Go ahead and take a picture of it. All right. Now, let's get to the important stuff. Let's get this euro.